They had a 9-0 run early, but we got it back like 14-9. It was still pretty close. They hit some big shots. They got some rebounds. We had turnovers. They got to the free throw line. They did a lot of things that we were trying to limit. We didn't limit as well as we wanted to.
How tough is it to stop kind of a ongoing run like that when you just keep coming, shots just keep falling like that?
It is tough, especially when we try to do it all at once. It's not a team that we're going to be able to beat. Each guy trying to put it on their back and say, I'm going to take over. And we have to trust each other. The way we beat this team is, together and try to, limit them and try to stop the bleeding, stop the runs, not get too rattled, stay poised, continue to run our offense. I think we got our offense a little bit.
Danny, what gets said in here after a game like that?
They did what they were supposed to do. There's still a lot of basketball left. We got 2 at home now. Starts with game 3. Protect our home court now. And it's not as serious for us until somebody wins on the road.
There were 2 games last series that Philly ran you. I mean, had pretty comfortable wins. Does this feel much different than that? Or, just in terms of the feeling after a blowout loss?
No, it's just different. Each game is different. By any means, we're not doubting ourselves. We're not getting discouraged. I said we have 2 at home. We know that we're pretty good on our home court. Regardless, we take them serious. Reasons like tonight are why we, so disappointed we, let game 1 slip away. With how well they didn't shoot the ball, we knew that was our chance to get them while they're rusty. And they're going to shoot us poorly 2 games in a row. So they shot it pretty well tonight. They made big plays. So now we got to go home, protect home court, and hopefully take care of business there.
Your kid talked a lot before the game to us about he just wanted to see effort. Where would you put the effort tonight for you guys?
I think we kind of started off a little slow. It wasn't where we obviously where we wanted it to be, where we needed it to be. We had spurts of it. We still haven't put together a full 48-minute game. Maybe it's due to fatigue for some guys. Maybe it's not, but we'll figure it out and look at film. But the effort's got to be there, better to start.
We talked in the morning about kind of getting the offense going, getting you more involved in Mark. Did you feel like that was sort of happening more?
Say that again. You talked about
in the morning about
beginning.
getting you and Mark and everyone more involved on the ball.
Well, it's not like the plays are not going to be run for us, but if our ball movement, we continue to attack the paint and kick. I think we had good moments of it where we did attack the paint and kick, and found found Mark behind the perimeter with some open looks. We found Mark in the paint. I had a couple of decent looks at it. Not as many as I like, of course, but you watch the game, you don't see a lot of different calls happening out there. We just kind of said our offense is out of whack a little bit tonight, and we need to tighten it up.
Kawhi, how did things get away from you guys early?
It's a couple of turnovers, missing wide open shots. They got out in transition. Started the game. Giannis got an offensive rebound, put back, and those are one of our key emphases right there to try to limit them. And came out with a 9-0 run.
When a team is going like that, when their shots are falling, they're on a run, how tough is it to sort of put an end to that, to stop the bleeding?
It's very tough, especially on the road, you get down in the hole, down 15 points in that first quarter or so. You're on the road. It's tough to come back in that game. They got adrenaline running. They're feeling confident, and you just got to really try to lock in and just chip it down point by point and see what happens.
Danny was saying you guys know you're going home now for a couple games. Series doesn't really start until the road team wins. Is that sort of the perspective in the room after the game?
Oh, yeah. If we want to do anything or be a championship team, we got to play through the adversity. And, it's a challenge now to, come home game 3 and try to get a win.
For you personally, did you feel like you had trouble getting into a rhythm in the early going?
No. I tried to get us some easy shots. I'm not trying to force anything. and it happened. We got some shots, we just didn't knock them down.
Where do you go from here, Kawhi? Where do you go from here?
We're going to Toronto, Game 3.
What needs to change?
Obviously, we got to step into our shots and be confident and try to knock them down. Can't turn over the ball early in the game. Trying to limit them to one chance at shooting, at scoring, and we need to get the rebound and then just go down the court.
Does a night like this kind of put into perspective a missed opportunity in Game 1?
I mean, every time you're out there, it's a missed opportunity to me. Just tonight, losing the game, we had opportunity tonight. We didn't come out playing well, and they ended up getting two at home. So we'll see what happens.
Kyle, when you look at that game, I mean, is there a positive you can take out of it? I mean, you had a 39-point third quarter. Is that something? Did you guys strike on something that can maybe translate in terms of picking the pace up or whatever it might be?
I think we played a little bit freer that quarter. That quarter we played a lot freer and made some shots, and we just played a little bit better. I mean, we got to play better defense, I think. I mean, we gave up 125 points, too many points, I think, in the playoffs. We got to play much better defense, I think.
Kyle, Tim Reynolds with the AP. There would be times in the first half, and I mean, they're just small plays in a big game, obviously, but there are times in the first half you guys would close out, they'd airball three. I think Giannis missed one, I think Brooke missed one, and the bounce would go right to him, and they'd lay him in. And I know they don't decide a game, but how backbreaking are plays like that when you guys do enough to get a stop and you just can't get a bounce or a break?
And they got 17 points off second chance, off shot, second chance shots. That definitely will hurt you. It's not a backbreaker, it's just you got to be a little bit more physical rebounding the ball. We know that they're going to crash a little bit more, but when we get out rebounded, we're not, we don't get to play the way we need to play, and we got to do a better job of rebounding the basketball. They had 11 offensive rebounds, way too many. Just got to, those are things we can clean up.
Kate Burnett, TSN. Kyle, you look to be in a little more pain tonight with your thumb. Was there a point in the game where you may have re-aggravated it?
It is what it is at this point.
Kyle, Michael Grange from Sportsnet. Mark struggled offensively in the series the last two games. Is there anything you guys can do, anything you say to a guy? I mean, he's obviously a pretty experienced player, but how do you try and get him going a little bit?
Just probably maybe post him a little bit more early, and he missed some shots. He missed some floaters, he missed some shots he usually makes. But a guy like him, he does so many small different things on the floor that can help us. But he only played 19 minutes tonight. Coach went with a bigger lineup. Well, rather went with Serge and a smaller lineup, trying to mix it up a little bit. But we get to go back home and protect our home court like they did. They did these last two games. So we got a chance to go home and protect home court, and do what we're supposed to do.